According to an insider, Josiah and Lauren Duggar have welcomed a second child into the world. A few years ago, Josiah and Lauren decided to leave social media, as many Duggar fans know. They also deleted all but 6 photos from their Instagram account. The couple has stayed very quiet lately, though they've appeared in a few Duggar family photos. It seems like they want to stay out of the spotlight. Now, a source says there is new information about Josiah and Lauren's possible pregnancy after months of rumors. For a while, fans have thought that Josiah and Lauren were getting ready to grow their family. Their daughter, Bella, is 2 years old. At a recent gender reveal party for Jedediah and Katie Duggar's baby, some fans thought Lauren looked pregnant, but the Duggars themselves never confirmed anything. At that party, Jedediah and Katie found out they were expecting a boy. Fans felt that the family didn't react as strongly as expected. The Duggar family had a long streak of welcoming only granddaughters, and many thought Jed and Katie were the ones to break it with a boy. But then fans started thinking Josiah and Lauren might actually be the ones to do it first. Please remember that the Duggar family hasn't officially confirmed anything, so we don't know for sure. An anonymous user on the Duggar Data Tumblr page claimed that Josiah and Lauren had a new baby. The post said Josiah and Lauren skipped Justin Duggar's wedding because Lauren was probably pregnant, and the user said they saw a recent picture of the couple with a baby carrier. That's all we know for now. If they did have a baby, it makes sense they haven't told the public since they've been off social media. Hopefully, Lauren and the baby had a healthy pregnancy and delivery. This news has caught the attention of both media and Duggar fans. Even though the family is used to public attention, baby announcements still bring a lot of curiosity and excitement. The Duggars are known for their large family, religious beliefs, and traditional lifestyle, and have become well known through shows like 19 Kids and Counting On. Even though they're no longer on TV, their personal lives still get a lot of interest, especially with big events like childbirth. Josiah and Lauren's journey to becoming parents hasn't been easy. They got married in June 2018 and started trying for a family soon after, like many in the Duggar family. But in October 2018, Lauren had a miscarriage. They shared their pain publicly, and many fans admired their openness and strength. The miscarriage was a hard time, but they didn't give up. Fans were hopeful they'd one day have a baby. After taking time to heal, Josiah and Lauren announced in 2019 that they were expecting again. That brought joy to them and their fans. Their second pregnancy gave people hope that they would have a healthy child. They shared their excitement with family and followers, posting updates and photos during that time. After months of rumors and silence, sources close to the family now say that Josiah and Lauren have had their second baby. The news brought love and congratulations from fans and other family members. Details like the baby's name, gender, and birth date were kept private at first, which made fans even more curious. The Duggars are known to be very private with big events like this. Soon after, Josiah and Lauren posted on social media, sharing a photo of their new baby and a sweet message. They said, "We are so thrilled to introduce our little bundle of joy to the world. This has been such an incredible journey, and we are beyond blessed to have our sweet baby in our arms. Thank you for all the prayers and support throughout this journey. We feel so incredibly blessed." Fans flooded the comments with kind words and congratulations, celebrating with the couple and showing support. Many fans mentioned how strong Josiah and Lauren have been since their miscarriage, and they sent prayers and love for the new baby. People were also curious about the baby's gender and name. Josiah and Lauren, like other Duggars, usually wait to reveal the baby's gender until birth. This added to the surprise. When the news came out, it turned out they had a boy. The couple also shared the baby's name, Baby Seawald. Though the name is the same as Jessa Seawald's last name, there's no direct connection other than being part of the larger Duggar family. Fans like the name, calling it simple and beautiful. It's a more traditional name, showing Josiah and Lauren's style and values. Fans were happy for the couple and excited about this new chapter in their lives. Josiah and Lauren have kept a strong bond with their followers since their early days of dating and marriage. Now that they are parents again, many fans wonder what's next for them. Will they start sharing more about their lives on social media again? Will they have more kids? It's not clear if they'll return to the public eye, but one thing is certain. Josiah and Lauren's story continues, and many people will be watching with love and interest. Their followers will keep supporting them no matter what. Josiah and Lauren Duggar have been open about the challenges they faced on their way to becoming parents. Their honesty and willingness to share those personal moments made them relatable to many fans. For people who have been cheering them on from the start, this new part of their journey is a moment of pure happiness. Whether they decide to keep sharing their lives or take a step back from the spotlight, their fans will continue to be excited and supportive. Everyone is looking forward to what comes next for this young family. Josiah and Lauren's baby news comes at a time when the Duggar family continues to grow and change. Even though the show's 19 kids and counting on are no longer on the air, the Duggar family still remains very close. Many of the Duggar children are now married and having children of their own, and fans are excited to see how each sibling experiences parenthood. Josiah and Lauren's new baby is just one more addition to this large and growing family. Fans are curious about what the future holds for all the Duggars. Whether it's more babies, weddings, or other big moments, it's clear that the Duggar family story isn't over yet. Right now, the spotlight is on Josiah and Lauren as they start their life with their new baby, and fans are cheering them on every step of the way. Josiah and Lauren Duggar's new baby has been a long-awaited and joyful moment for them and their fans. After going through the pain of a miscarriage, they stayed strong and have now welcomed their little one with love. At first, they kept details about the birth private, but later, their posts on social media gave fans a peek into their happiness and thankfulness. With the arrival of their new child, Josiah and Lauren are starting a new chapter in their lives. Fans are excited to see how things go for them. For now, the Duggar family is celebrating the newest member of their family, and fans are happy to be part of the journey. Today, we're talking about a major update from one of reality TV's most well-known families, the Duggars from 19 Kids and Counting. More specifically, we're focusing on Jana Duggar, the oldest daughter, who is now reportedly pregnant for the first time at the age of 35. For longtime fans of the show and the family, this is big news. And it's not just because there's going to be a new baby. It's important because it changes the usual pattern we've seen in the Duggar household, especially with how the women usually get married young and start families early. Let's take a closer look. We'll talk about what this pregnancy means for Jana, how her experience is different from her siblings, and how this could be a sign that things are changing in the Duggar family. Let's start with a little background, just in case you're not super familiar with Jana Duggar or the show 19 Kids and Counting. The Duggars rose to fame in the early 2000s as a large Christian family from Arkansas. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar had 19 biological children. Yes, 19. And the family became well known for their conservative values, including modest dress, homeschooling, courtship instead of dating, and traditional gender roles. The family's TV show followed their daily lives, often focusing on how Michelle and Jim Bob raised their kids with strong religious beliefs and strict routines. As the older kids became teenagers and young adults, the show also began to cover their courtships, engagements, and weddings, usually happening in very quick succession. Most of the Duggar children, especially the girls, got married in their early 20s, some even in their teens, and started having children right away. For example, Jill, Jessa, Jinger, and Joanna were all married and mothers by their early 20s. But Jana was different. She didn't follow that same path. Jana, the eldest daughter, was often shown on the show as a responsible and nurturing figure. She helped raise her younger siblings, took care of the home, and was deeply involved in the day-to-day work of running a very large household. But as the years went by, fans began to notice something. While her siblings were getting married and moving out, Jana was staying home. For years, there were rumors, speculation, and even a bit of criticism from the public about why she hadn't gotten married yet. Some thought maybe she just hadn't met the right person. Others speculated that she might have different plans for her life, or that she simply preferred her independence. Whatever the reason, Jana remained single and very private, even as the spotlight stayed on her family. Fast forward to today, and reports are now confirming that at 35 years old, Jana Duggar is expecting her first child. For many, This news came as a surprise, but a welcome one. It's a deeply personal moment for Jana, and it's also a milestone that brings up a lot of thoughts about identity, expectations, and what it means to live life on your own timeline, especially within a very traditional family. So, let's take a moment to talk about what makes this so significant. First, in the Duggar family, most daughters were encouraged to marry young, start families right away, and take on the role of wife and mother as early as possible. That wasn't just a cultural suggestion, it was something deeply tied to their religious beliefs. But Jana didn't do that. She didn't rush into marriage. She didn't follow the timeline everyone expected of her. And now, by becoming a first-time mother at 35, she's showing that there's no one-size-fits-all path, even in a family as structured and traditional as the Duggars. This is not just about age, it's about choice. By waiting until now to become a mother, Jana has had time to grow into herself. She's lived more independently. She's traveled, worked on home projects, gardened, and taken care of things in her own way. And although she's remained mostly private about her personal life, it's clear that she's made decisions on her own terms. That alone is pretty remarkable in a family where many decisions, especially for women, are often made quickly and within a set of specific expectations. We don't yet know all the details about her relationship, whether she's married, engaged, or simply partnered, because Jana has chosen to keep this chapter of her life mostly out of the public eye. And honestly, that's her right. But regardless of the details, her decision to become a mother now, at 35, sends a powerful message. It shows that motherhood isn't about fitting into a mold or meeting a deadline. It's about readiness, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And when that readiness happens, age becomes just a number. Another thing worth noting is how this could impact the younger Duggar children and even her nieces and nephews. When someone as respected as Jana chooses a different path, it opens up the conversation for others to consider their own choices more freely. Maybe not everyone in the Duggar family will feel pressure to marry at 20 or have 4 kids before 25. Maybe they'll see that there's value in waiting, in growing, and in choosing what's right for you, not just what's expected of you. Of course, this also brings up some questions about how the Duggar family as a whole might be evolving. Over the years, many of the older Duggar kids, especially the girls, have started to step away from the strict values they were raised with. Duggar, for example, has spoken out about how some of the beliefs they were taught growing up were rooted in fear, not faith. Jana's pregnancy could be another sign that this next generation is taking their lives in new directions. Not in rebellion, but in growth. It's a way of redefining what it means to live with faith while also embracing independence and personal choice. And even though the Duggar name is still strongly associated with traditionalism, these new developments are showing that change is not only possible, it's happening. Now, let's also talk about the experience of becoming a first-time mother at 35. There are some stereotypes around older motherhood, but the truth is more and more women are choosing to have children later in life, whether because of careers, education, personal development, or simply timing. In fact, many women say that having a child in their 30s or even 40s gave them more stability, wisdom, and patience than they might have had in their early 20s. They've lived more, learned more, and are often better equipped emotionally to handle the challenges of parenting. So while some may still raise an eyebrow at the idea of a Duggar daughter becoming a mom later in life, the reality is that Jana is just part of a growing trend of women who are embracing motherhood on their own terms. And let's be honest, parenting at any age is challenging. There's no perfect time, but being prepared and supported makes all the difference. So what can we take away from this news? Well, first, it's a reminder that life doesn't always go according to plan, and that's okay. Sometimes the best things happen when we least expect them, and sometimes taking a different path can lead to something truly beautiful. Second, it reminds us not to judge others based on their timeline. Everyone's journey is different, and just because someone hasn't hit certain milestones by a certain age doesn't mean they're behind. It might just mean they're doing things differently, and that's perfectly fine. And finally, it shows us that even in families or communities with very strong traditions, change can happen. It might start quietly, with one person doing things a little differently. But over time, those small changes can ripple outward and create space for others to grow in new ways. Jana Duggar's first pregnancy at 35 may not be what people expected, especially not in the context of the Duggar family, but it might be exactly what she needed. And maybe, just maybe, it's a step toward a broader, more inclusive view of what family, motherhood, and womanhood can look like. So here's to Jana for doing life on her terms, for embracing motherhood with grace and maturity, and for showing us all that it's never too late to start a beautiful new chapter. It looks like the Duggar family is going through another baby boom. Even though the show Counting On is no longer on the air, fans still love keeping up with the growing Duggar family. With 19 kids in the original Duggar family, it's no surprise that there's almost always someone who's pregnant or just had a baby. Let's take a look at which Duggars are currently pregnant or recently announced they're expecting. First up is Joanna Duggar Forsyth. She and her husband Austin announced that they're expecting their third child. They already have 2 kids, Gideon and Evelyn. Joy shared the news with a sweet ultrasound photo on Instagram. She said they're so thankful for this new life and can't wait to meet their baby. Fans are especially excited because Joy often shares pregnancy updates on social media. Next, Jill Duggar Dillard recently gave birth to her 4th child, and even though she's not pregnant anymore, her new baby has kept her in the spotlight. Jill and her husband Derek have stepped away from the Duggar family in recent years, but they still have a strong following. She's been open about motherhood, miscarriages, and setting boundaries with her family. Now let's talk about Kendra Duggar. Although she hasn't confirmed anything recently, fans are speculating she might be expecting again. Kendra and Joseph already have 3 young kids, and since her pregnancies have all been close together, some think another announcement could be coming soon. However, nothing is official yet. Jessa Duggar Seawald is another one that fans are keeping an eye on. She recently gave birth to her 5th child after previously sharing about a miscarriage. Jessa has shared some emotional stories about pregnancy loss, so when she announced her most recent pregnancy, her followers were very supportive. Though she's not currently expecting again, at least not that we know of, she's still very much part of the conversation. Abby Duggar, who's married to John David, is another Duggar mom who recently had a baby. They welcomed their 2nd child not long ago. While she isn't pregnant now, fans are always curious about whether the couple plans to expand their family even more. One Duggar family member who tends to stay more private is Lauren Swanson, who's married to Josiah Duggar. There haven't been any recent public pregnancy announcements from them, and they've taken a step back from social media. Still, some fans wonder if they could be expecting again. It's important to remember that not all Duggars share pregnancy news right away. Some choose to keep things private or announce later than others. So even though only a few pregnancies are confirmed right now, there could be more announcements coming soon. The Duggar family continues to grow, and fans love keeping track of each new baby. Whether it's a social media post, a gender reveal, or a birth announcement, this family's baby boom doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.